Breed Global Truth. Yes. What's good, everybody? It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. And another one bites the dust. Man, this industry is wicked. Hey, man, pound the like button on your way in. Nigel Wright, what's good? What's good? Hey, put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me clearly. We want to make sure the audio is coming through. So hit that like button. All right, cool. So rapper Gangsta Boo, Memphis legend in hip hop, was found unalive on New Year's Day. Now, I told you, brothers and sisters, that this is the time of the sacrifices. And they're going full-fledged with it. The price that you pay to be a part of the industry. That's what we're witnessing. Now, of course, just like her death is shrouded in mystery. And now we got to sit back and observe this. And for those who are unfamiliar with Gangsta Boo, she is from the hip hop group 3-6 Mafia, giving reverence to the mark of the beast. So I'm not here to throw a pity party for Gangsta Boo. I'm just here that you will learn the inner workings of how this industry works. When you make that deal with the devil to get all the plaques, to get all the notoriety, all the fame, all the success, it's only a matter of time before Satan comes to collect. It's very, very dark, man, very dark. And let's play the news brief. And I want y'all to immediately put a 1 in the chat if you can hear the news brief. If you can't hear it, let me know immediately so we can work it out. Let's go. All right, so let's work that out. This is what we got to go through on this end. No worries. Let's work it out. All right, let's try to share the screen once more and see if we can do it this way. Y'all give me one moment. Thanks for helping me out with the technical issues. And we may experience some connectivity issues because I'm out here in the sticks. But this should actually do the trick right here. If this works, then I figured out what the issue is. All right, let me know, y'all. Hold on.
Whitehaven, we have learned that there is a heavy police presence in that area right now. We have also had independent sources confirm that Gangsta Boo has died at the age of 43. What we do not know at this time is whether the two situations are related, that scene in Whitehaven as well as the death of Gangsta Boo. Now,
so it was a situation in Whitehaven, Memphis, that required a lot of police presence. And according to Memphis News, they don't know if these two situations are connected. So if it was a heavy police presence, there must have been a violent crime of some sort, maybe some shooting that took place. So you got everybody saying a drug overdose off the break. The route to that particular source is none other than, y'all know who it was. Let me see if y'all can guess who came up with the whole she overdose scenario. Let me see if y'all can guess in the chat. Exactly. Hey, Principal MJ, you got it right, my brother. It was TMZ. Y'all know Talmud's network. So it was none other than them that said that they alluded to the theory that she died of a drug overdose. And guess what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? The media is running with the narrative, literally. And when I say the media, I mean content creators. I mean people who want to make a name for themselves. They're not properly dissecting what may have happened. Y'all already know how I feel about it. It was a blood sacrifice, in my opinion. Off the break, I'm gonna let that be known. I told y'all around the holiday times that there's a lot of rituals that's conducted, and I think it's the same scenario with Gangsta Boo, and I'm going to get into many reasons why in this broadcast. But let me continue.
As I said, a heavy police presence right now in Whitehaven. We want to get you back out to our reporter, Jack Bilyeu. He has been live on the scene gathering details. Jack, what do we know at this hour?
Well, about 20 minutes ago, we saw a van with whited out windows pull up. They loaded a body into the back and it took off. In fact, if I step out of the way, you can actually still see right in the front of that police car. They've taken down the tape there in front of the driveway. That porch up that driveway is where they removed that body from. And we spoke to some people who said they were families of the victims. They said they didn't want to discuss the case.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this looks like the same situation that we've had with Big Scar, who died 2 days before Christmas. Big Scar was Gucci Mane's artist on 1017. Same thing. Private sources are feeding the news. These bodies are just popping up. These bodies are popping up. There's no cause of death. There's no police records being released. There's no autopsy reports being released on these individuals. There's no toxicology being released on these individuals. Literally, they're just being, it seems to me, looking on the outside, looking in, these people are just getting snuffed out. Satan got but a short time where he can rule, and now it's like he's coming to collect to those who basically sold their soul for fortune and fame. And the mortality rate is sky high within the industry right now, and they just getting picked off. They're getting plucked off. Who's doing it? Who is leaving these bodies? Who's the culprit? I mean, ever since Halloween, it's just been a barrage of mysterious deaths. We had Takeoff. We had Shanquella Robinson. I mean, we had Big Scar. We had PNB Rock a little bit earlier before Halloween. We had, I mean, the list just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. What's going on here? If people don't open their eyes and just realize that there's a dark, ominous presence that's operating, to understand that we got to cleave to the Most High, we got to cleave to the Creator, because there's a battle going on. These rituals are being performed for a reason. Yeah, somebody said James Brown. Yep, it's the winter solstice. It's the pagan holiday time, man. Y'all know what it is. Let's go.
At this time, but shortly after that body was removed, they invited about half a dozen of those folks inside the house, and they are still in there at the moment. As you can see, still police cars lining the street in front of the house, going both directions. This is on Rains, right between Grace Methodist Church and the Whitehaven Public Library. We've been out here since just before 5 o'clock, and the scene has stayed equally busy. One thing that we have seen change, there was a crime scene van here earlier that's since pulled away. Same with the forensics truck. The scene's still very active, still plenty of police officers out there, and still a crowd of people gathered.
Yo, when they have these crime scene trucks and they have these individuals first on the scene, these individuals are not regular field agents. They're sending the cleanup crew. I believe that TMZ has their own cleanup crew specifically for the rituals and the sacrifices, where they send certain agents, certain unmarked vans there at the crime scene, and everything is pretty much staged. How is it they're able to tell us that they found this woman and there's no cause of death? They don't know what happened. Are you telling me nobody that was in there with her? Because they claim her family was there. If I'm not mistaken, and they just say her family was present. Yeah, they hire crisis actors and everything. Everything is staged. Everything that you see on the media has an agenda. It's all staged, man. Why nobody is telling the police what happened? Yep, somebody said TMZ stages all the footage. They stage a great deal of it, for sure. Remember TMZ? They have the 30-mile radius, the 30-mile zone, and people claim that's what TMZ stand for. TMZ actually stands for the Talmuds, but I broke that down in my TMZ exposed video. But the 30-mile radius includes a studio. Like literally, they have a studio. They can be in one place filming these staged events and then telling you and they're in another city or another state. It's crazy. All right, let's continue.
Gathered to my left, watching this whole investigation unfold. Daniel.
I know you mentioned that you spoke with some people who say that they are family. Tell me this: how many people are you seeing out there? Is it you said?
No, the question should have been, what did the family say? What kind of question is that? The question would be, what did the family say? You spoke to family. How did this woman die? Would be the question. Not, you spoke to the family. How many people were out there? You could tell that all of these people are just hired actors. You could tell they all reading from a script, because anybody with logic and common sense would ask, you spoke to the family. What happened? What happened to this individual? We need some clarity. She's going to have millions of fans who miss her and want to know what took place. Right? Let's continue.
That there was a group of people or a lot of people out there. What are you seeing?
As of a few minutes ago, there was a group of about, I would say 30 people standing on the driveway watching. Since the family was invited inside, that group has kind of cleared out. People have moved back to the church parking lot next to the scene. Some people are standing next to their cars. I would say there's still about half a dozen people standing on the neighboring property. And then even here on the other side of the street where we are, there are some people parking, standing outside their car and just kind of watching this situation. We've seen a lot of people doing Facebook Lives out here today, that kind of thing. And when they removed the body, those family members did request that people turn their phones off.
Jack Bilyeu, of course, on the scene there.
So all we get is a dead body. All we get is a cadaver. And I can guarantee 9 times out of 10, we're not going to ever get a cause of death. This will be an unsolved mystery to add to the bunch of rappers who perished, and we'll get no answers. Her fans will get no answers. Yeah, somebody said, is that her house? Question mark. Right. It's like they're able to tell us these things and nobody bats an eye at it. How lost are the people? Where I don't care. Listen, y'all know I'm a Bible believer. I believe in the Creator. I believe in God. I'm not with no 3-6 mafia. I'm not with no devil symbolism. I'm not with any of the wickedness. But at the same time, it's like this, right? If they could do any of us like this, then they can do all of us like this, where people don't even question our celebrities, our entertainers, our rappers, where people don't even question how they die. Right? Crazy. Let's go.
In Whitehaven, of course, we want to just re-emphasize that we have 2 different things going on. We don't know just yet whether they are connected. We have the death of Gangsta Boo, a member of 3-6 Mafia, the second woman to be in that group of 3-6 Mafia. We also have that police scene in Whitehaven, that heavy.
So they're saying, listen, for some reason, the news is trying to connect a police scene that happened in Whitehaven. Ladies and gentlemen, how does this connect? How does a separate, isolated event, how is this connected to the death of Gangsta Boo? I don't understand what the news is doing. Is this just bad journalism, or is this simply ideological subversion? A method used to confuse the people. Literally, it's like in one breath, you got the media on one side saying it was an overdose. And on the other side, they're talking about this violent crime that happened on the other side of town, and they're trying to make it seem like it's connected. Like, how did this woman die? First of all, what's the cause of death? Babylon, Babylon. Pushing nothing but confusion. Crazy stuff here.
the police scene. We're working to confirm with police right now whether they are connected. Jack Bilyeu, good job out there in Whitehaven. Jack, thanks.
Okay, so she's in Whitehaven, and the other shooting was in Whitehaven. So because a shooting happened in the same town, was in the same town, but at the same time, how is it connected? What gives you the idea that it's connected? Let's see. I'm gonna continue to follow the story, and if something breaks, I'll cover it. I'll be the first one to cover it. But listen, I want to go to her last interview. So hopefully, brothers and sisters, not her last interview, her last live stream. I'm in hopes that you, brothers and sisters, have the discernment to be able to decipher whether or not this woman died of a drug overdose or not. Or did she know something was coming? Did she know Satan was coming to collect? I want y'all to listen to her last live stream, and then I'm gonna go with some of my theories. I'm gonna give y'all some of my theories on this situation. Yeah, from what I've heard from a lot of cats down south, Gangsta Boo was not into doing any drugs. She wasn't into that lifestyle. She might have smoked a little weed, took a couple shots before she got on stage. But from all recollections of people who I asked on the Bible Belt, on the southern, basically the southern line, the Bible Belt, everybody's saying the same thing. Like Gangsta Boo was not, she was not a drug addict. There's no, y'all got to understand, there was no demo on her being on drugs. Now, typically, someone like DMX or Whitney Houston, you can throw that narrative out there. It reminds me of that Dave Chappelle skit at this point. Y'all remember when Dave Chappelle did that skit, and it was like, when police want to frame you, you just sprinkle some crack on them. It's almost like these celebrities is getting snuffed out, and they like, yo, let's just sprinkle some crack on them. Somebody said cocaine is common in Memphis. From what I heard, she didn't even like people around her who done cocaine. She didn't like being around it while they were doing it. And if you look at Gangsta Boo, she didn't look unhealthy. And 43 is way too young. That's just from, talking to certain people, right? Now, I'm going to share my screen with y'all so we can see if there was anything that was telling in these last intense moments of the life of Gangsta Boo. Oh, I shared the wrong screen. Y'all give me one moment here. And everybody, if you can, just pound the like button. Allow people to get the notification. All right. And it looks like her last interview was quite emotional. Let's see here. Let's let these ads go. All right, here we have it. Now, off the break, her eyes are clear. Her skin is clear. This don't look like no woman who is on drugs. This don't look like a woman who had a monkey on her back, so to speak. That habit. Let's go.
I see you.
I mean, look at them white teeth. Teeth are white, eyes are clear, skin is clear. Come on, man. Are they really gonna just keep doing this every time? Did y'all not hear the sound on that video? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all heard the video. I see somebody said yes. I need a 1 though, just to make sure. Okay, so that person who just said no sound, you already know where you going, right? You know where you're going, right? You need to leave. Y'all like the new sound effect? You need to leave. I like that one. When I want to keep it clean, I'm gonna hit them with the "you need to leave." We ain't here to play no games. Look, listen, we ain't playing. Anyway, let's go.
All right. Alfred Mitchell, I see you. Somebody said spit that fire. What up, Bernard? Honey, I don't rap on Facebook. I rap when I get paid for in the studio.
Listen, she don't have the voice of somebody who is a fiend. I'm not buying that story. TMZ can go to hell with that. I don't believe it.
What up, Marlon? Keithon, Norman. Yo, this is kind of.
Hey, Yemi, thank you for the $20 contribution. Highly appreciate it. Right, she seemed happy and healthy for the most part. So I don't know what TMZ's talking about. How is it that they always coming out with they heard it was a drug overdose? I don't get that. That shows you what they really think of our people. That shows you what they think of our people. For those who don't know who run TMZ, it's the owner. Fox News owns TMZ. So they in cahoots to spread out misinformation and disinformation. Because if it's owned by Fox News, you got to question Fox News as well. If stories are able to be put out with no proof at all, right? Anyway, let's go.
Cool. I could actually talk to my fans on here. You know what it was? I was thinking like the one on my personal page, my Facebook, family page. I was like, why do I want to just talk to like family and just like, I don't know. It was kind of weird, but for the fans, I'm totally down. Yep. Shouts out to you, Dirty Rider. I got love in the Bronx, honey. I know that. I be in New York all the time. What up, BX Bronx? I see you. What up? I tried to do my ex, but
man, it's a shame when our people have such light in them, and they have such a positive energy and a positive aura, but they decide to take the wrong avenue. They decide to do deals with the devil, and not understanding that their skill level could have got them there anyway. It's like to be in a group like 3-6 Mafia, where it's overt satanic symbolism, devil worship. I even seen an interview with, I think it was Juicy J. No, it wasn't Juicy J. Who was the other one? Y'all, I can't even remember his name. It's not Juicy J, but it's the other one who said he met the devil. If y'all know the guy's name, put it in the chat. Claims that they met the devil themselves, like they was so deep into the occult. Yeah, it was not DJ Paul, it was the other one. It wasn't Juicy J. It was not DJ Paul either. Crunchy Black, I think is what it was. I think it was Crunchy Black. I think it was Crunchy Black who said he met the devil. And basically, like, they were deep into it. Like, he said, you don't, basically out of his mouth, right? It was Crunchy, yeah. Out of his mouth, he said, you don't get to be one of the biggest hip hop groups down south on the Bible Belt and blow up with a name like 3-6 Mafia unless you meet the devil himself. And he was bragging about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't get there unless you meet the devil himself, unless you got to really put up or shut up. And I've seen Gangsta Boo doing a lot of witchcraft symbolism. I've seen her practicing the occult pretty much on her albums. And she was a fierce rapper, like she had bars. But the thing is, even though she has a certain glow about herself, she's seems to be a very personable person. Seems like a cool sister, like that sister on the block, you growing up, and she just seemed cool. Like she fit in with all the fellas because she that chick. Like she just one of those chicks that ain't with the nonsense. So she hang with guys and she got bars. That's what kind of chick she seems to be. But she took the avenue of, listen, I want to get on. I want to get my family out the hood. I want to, have the finer things in life, possibly prepare a life for my children. And then she took the wrong deal, man. She took the wrong deal, man. Dealing with the people she been dealing with. And who knows, maybe it was time for 3-6 to have a sacrifice. But I have my own theory of who may be responsible, so to speak. And I'm going to share that theory here in a moment. Let's go.
Let me see if I can. Oh, ain't that the X? What up, BX? I see you. All right, so I'm about to roll a blunt. Well, a joint or something and smoke. So, yo, anyway, I do, I've been in the studio recording on some new music. And, doing features and shit like that. What up, Sade? Much love, baby. So what y'all doing on the Sunday? Tell me what y'all cooking. What's going on? What's cooking in the kitchen?
No, it look like she's just trying to connect with her fans. She just kicking
I
it.
need to know, man. I need to know.
She just kicking it, touching bases with her fans, man. You know, she's working on new music. And all of a sudden, this woman found dead, bro. On New Year's Day. Somebody said that the blunt had fentanyl. I'm not jumping to those type of conclusions, bro. Anyway, let us continue.
Hey, I want to big ups to my boy Alan Fatty. He hold my Facebook down. He hold a lot of shit down for me, man. So shouts out to Fatty. 2x4, my boy Alan. So if y'all see a post from him or me on my Facebook, just know it's our family. He a part of Team Boo. Yeah, we working on it underground cassette tape music. But you know, B King got a lot he got going on. I got a lot I got.
Hey, Yemi, thank you for the $20 contribution. Yemi says her husband is an Edomite named Emmett. They were married on a boot camp, at a boot camp. Huh, that's interesting. I never knew that.
Going on. These comments are coming in hella fast, y'all. So not really sure if I can comment to everyone. I didn't even think this shit popping like this. What the fuck? But yeah, shout out to all my true fans. They got the last project, Candy, Diamonds, and Pills. And for those that don't know, I do a radio show. It's called The Night Riders Radio, and it's on Dash. And it's the XXL music channel, and I do it every Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm not getting the vibe that she's a drug addict at all. She may smoke a little weed, drink a little drink. It is what it is. But a drug addict, no. She got all of these radio shows she got popping. She got new music coming. She got collaborations. She got endeavors that she's working on. She sounds like somebody who's still working, bro. Maintaining.
And hell yeah. Yo, this is popping.
Very sad news reaching our desk right now is the
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. I want to go to something real quick. I want to show you who I believe is partly responsible, if not totally the beneficiaries of her demise, right? And this is just what I'm believing. I'm gonna share my screen with y'all once more. I want y'all to look at this. Glorilla. Recently, she's been cited with Glorilla a whole lot. She's been doing collabs with Glorilla. You know, for those who don't know, Glorilla is also from Memphis. She's also from Memphis. And I'm going to just tell you like this. She's next to Blow. For those who don't know, Gangsta Boo, her whole style, her cadence, everything is Glorilla. Glorilla looked up to Gangsta Boo, mirrored her whole entire style after Gangsta Boo, her idol, if you will. And now it's time for Glorilla to go to the next level. She's going through the door. You have sacrifices in the industry. You have to take one of a few doors. Everybody know about the Nori door, where everybody's always talking about the Nori door, right? Yeah, it looks like Glow finally made her decision, and this is my theory. I believe her, along with DJ Paul, have their hands in it. It's just not by chance, and you're going to be seeing Glorilla making it to the top. She's going to skyrocket in sales. I'm talking about hit after hit after hit after hit. She is the new Gangsta Boo, the mouthpiece of the South. I just want you to look. Let's see if I can blow up some of these images so you can see them a bit more clearer. I mean, her whole style, her whole image, that Memphis gritty gutter sound. And this is how the industry operates. And this is my theory. I could be wrong, and that's why I'm gonna say allegedly with everything. But if you start seeing Glorilla bathed in blood in her next video, mark my words, I said this. Mark my words, I said this. Because I know how they work. If you see her doing a video where there's blood on her, literal blood, they're in red, then you already know. If you see in the near future she's bathing in blood, come back to this video, come back to New Breed's video and say, yo, Breed, yo, how'd you know that she was gonna start doing more demonic symbolism, hand gestures, throwing up the Baphomet? How'd you know she was gonna be bathing in blood, dressing in demon horns? How'd you know? Because listen, it don't take a genius to see what's going on. It don't take a genius to see that there's initiation processes in this industry, and in order for one person to flourish, the other person has to be dismantled. In the industry, there's no room for everybody to eat. Somebody must be sacrificed, and then somebody have next. It is a cutthroat system, and at any given time in that industry can be your last day. I don't even know why they choose to operate in that realm, because at any given moment, you can get turned into a pack. Here we are starting the new year off with Ye missing. Here we go starting the new year off with Ye missing. Now, all of a sudden, Gangsta Boo dies on New Year's Day. All through the holiday season, people were just disappearing, vanishing. Well, the news told us they died. They didn't give us reasons why. It's a pattern to this. It's a way they do things. Now, I want to read a little bit up on Glorilla when it comes to Gangsta Boo, because who would be better to be the one to be her first blood sacrifice than her idol, than her very idol, right? Because that's how dirty the game is. I'm going to bring this up. And they got a few bangers together. They actually hit the billboards December 8th, 2022. Gangsta Boo discusses her return to the music scene working with Glorilla. Let me read this a little bit of this article here. It goes on and says, yeah, ho. It's the infamous tagline from 90s rap star Gangsta Boo. Boom Lola Mitchell, member of the Oscar-winning group 3 6 Mafia. Gangsta Boo joined when she was 15 years old in 1994. And that same year recorded her first solo record with the group, Chief of the Reefer, pardon me. The track set the tone for the Memphis FemC, who later unveiled that her most well-known hit, Where Them Dollars At? Y'all remember that, John? Where them dollars at? Where them dollars at? They had so many remixes. Boosie remixed it. Pimp C remixed it. It goes on to say, fast forward to present day, and you can hear Gangsta Boo on the ad libs of the hook Memphis rising star Glorilla. and Atlanta's very own Lotto's collaboration, F the Club Up, off of 3-6 Mafia, Tear the Club Up. The song helped Gangsta Boo become a hot topic yet again on social media, and Billboard caught up with her to discuss how she got FTCU, her return to the music scene. See, listen, let me explain something to you. When you're 43 on the music scene, to them, you too old. You washed up. Even if you still got bars. I remember hearing Gangsta Boo spitting, I believe it was at Club Exquisite, South Carolina, Charleston. She still got bars better than, she's more than likely better than, well, she's better than Glorilla. But her time is up. The industry don't care, man. They will chew you up and spit you out. Listen, she was trending after that, but her time is up. It's Glorilla's time now. It's Glorilla's time now. I'm telling you. I personally believe it's another blood sacrifice. Somebody said, Bree, you over here cracking the case, man. You know, the Most High just give me insight. You know, I could just look at these things and the story just broke. I could just look at it and see what this is. It's a fraternal order where these people are knocking each other off. There are sanctioned hits that take place where law enforcement don't get involved. They hire their own personal media to hit the scene. A lot of times TMZ are the ones responsible for staging these events. And it's just all street theater. Everything is calculated. Everything they do is dealing with numerology. And there's always somebody to be a beneficiary when it's said and done. I can see now Glorilla coming out talking about, you know, rest in peace to Gangsta Boo. She was, you know, she was my idol. She was the one who made me want to be a rapper. You're going to hear all of this. And mark my words, in her next interview, she's going to be using the death of Gangsta Boo to boost her career. She's going to be talking about, yo, rest in peace to Gangsta Boo. Without her, I would have never even been able to be on the scene. You're going to hear all of that, man. That's how it's going to go down. Somebody said, Drip No Drop says, dang, they caught Gangsta Boo slipping. I grew up in that era. Hot Boys, 3-6, Mafia, Rough Riders. Yeah, man, you know, it's unfortunate. You know, even then, even back in the day, we all felt a little bit of guilt when we played 3-6 Mafia. It's like we in a different era now where nowadays all these youngins, man, they got all kind of upside down tattoos on their face, chains and piercings, and the devil symbolism is just overt. Back in the day, man, you felt bad just because you still had the Lord in you back then. Like, it was like, man, you might like a song or two, but you like, man, I ain't playing with the devil stuff. I ain't trying to get too deep into that. You know what I'm saying? Because that music casts spells. Let's keep it funky. Let's keep it a buck. Gangsta Boo's music, along with 3-6 Mafia, was casting spells on a lot of people, man. They introduced this whole wave of demonic rappers. Without 3-6 Mafia, you would not see Lil Uzi Verts, aka Lucifer. You wouldn't see your Travis Scotts. You wouldn't see none of these people, like none of them. So, like, they literally paved the way for Satan's work. And unfortunately, Gangsta Boo was a part of that. And now her time is up. Her time is up. And unfortunately, let me put this out here. They all know that time is going to come. They all know that one day Satan is going to come to collect. After enjoying the benefits and the rudiments of this world, they know it's going to come that time, bro. They know it's going to expire. That's why it's not worth it. It's not worth selling your soul, man. It's not worth losing your soul. Satan is the most subtle beast of the field. He beguiled Eve through subtlety. The devil don't come at you like some dude with horns coming out his head. The devil don't come with a pitchfork. No. The devil come with an offer that you can't refuse because it sounds good on paper. You telling me, listen, if I sign on this dotted line, y'all gonna give me $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 and I'm broke right now? So you're gonna give me 60, 70, 80 to $100,000. Although I'm in a 360 deal, I'm gonna be $1 million of debt. I'm not gonna own my publishing, none of that. But I can get out the hood. I can feed my children. And it sounds good, that quick fix. Listen, the Most High never gives us a quick fix. Everything that we earn, everything that we possess, we got to fight and take it. It's really that simple. So that's how life is. There's no shortcuts in life. A lot of times when something seems too good to be true, it is. Mark 8:36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his soul? Mark 8:36. Exactly. What profit a man to gain sex, drugs, and money, cars and clothes, jewelry, and your soul is gone? When you look in the mirror, you don't even know who you are. Imagine that, looking in the mirror and you a damn vampire out here. Your reflection is invisible. There's no glow in your eye no more. You look in the mirror and see total darkness. A shallow vessel, a shell of a person. And nothing can ever make it right again. Imagine that. Imagine nothing can ever make it right again. There's a void that you cannot fulfill. And on top of that, you got to wander through this world seamlessly, or a zombie would be a better word. And you already know at the end of all that, Satan coming to collect. So the message is, don't sell your soul for cheap thrills. Cheap thrills, cheap thrills is all some people have. Life is about family, building with your loved ones, righting your wrongs, creating more smiles than frowns, doing the best you can, honoring God's laws, the duty of man. And ladies and gentlemen, stop idolizing these celebrities. The Bible says, envy not the wicked, for this very reason. Because you never know what they had to do to get where they at, and you never know how it's going to end for them. So let's stay on the righteous path. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. Also, pound that notification bell in your right-hand corner so you can get these videos as they're being uploaded. I'm going to keep y'all up to date real time as these stories continue to develop. Listen, I love each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. For everybody who sends support and super chats, PP, thanks for the $10 contribution. Says bless up. Thank y'all, man. Y'all have a blessed evening. With that being said, shalom and peace. NGT to the world over.